What it is. What it is. What's up with y'all, man?
What it is.
Howdy.
Shane, you good?
Yeah.
Right. So you got a lot on this mind?
How you being
I'll
weird?
realize something. Sorry. I'm good.
All right, man. I'm about to say, why you being weird? Do your job. Bring us in.
Trying to be the best version of myself, man.
Get
Shout
your
out,
own.
Shout out to Rio.
shout out to Rio.
He's not even watching this anymore. Gotta get a new line now.
We still gotta pay homage.
Yeah.
What you got in your cup?
Some Cap and Coke.
Okay. I ain't mad at that.
Diet Coke.
Is that a wine cup?
It's a little special little cup that says celebrate, little wine cup.
Okay.
We celebrating.
I don't know. One of my wife's cups.
I can dig it. I
So
can
that's-
dig it.
You had?
What
Huh?
you said?
20 cups you had around?
What?
I didn't hear what Ivan said.
I said, is that the only cups you have around?
I just grabbed the first cup, man. I saw.
I can dig it.
Excellent.
I can dig it. I'll put wine in the Sky Zone cup. It don't matter. I'll just put it in whatever.
You bought a cup from Sky Zone?
Just saying. I'm just saying, like, I try to think of the most random cup.
Oh, okay.
I
I don't even have.
What do you want me to
don't
do?
know why my mind went to Sky Zone, but
You want me to put in the Yeti cup or something? Like,
Sky Zone to get a cup? Like, can you, like, I mean, yes, I guess so. Like, if you had a kid party, you just pocket one. Maybe.
next time, just go ahead and just put it in this little Yeti cup for you.
hey, whatever.
Hey,
I just drink it out the bottle.
Oh, I know. I witnessed that. Yes, you will. Savage.
Not be
Almost-
barbaric.
Yo,
If
okay.
it's almost gone, hey, taking it to the head. Pause.
hey now.
Oh, Lord help us.
Nigga's crazy. Nigga's crazy. Hey, Ivan.
Yes.
Who y'all just hire?
No one. Because I don't have.
You don't have a team now?
What are you
That's
talking
crazy.
about? I have no
We're
clue.
not.
This was the breaking point.
A nomad is
Nigga,
crazy.
Nigga, I'm independent until I have to start looking at my resources.
I'm about to say, when do you think you're gonna? When you're gonna be nomad for a while? Because y'all aren't gonna be good anytime soon.
Right.
Hey, I waited this long. A couple extra years ain't go.
That's what I'm saying. You might as well stay.
Oh, this
Oh, no.
No, I've been sticking out more than a quarter of my life.
Hey man,
So who did you want the Commanders to hire?
our guy.
Jesus. At this point, I don't know.
Who did you want?
I mean,
Of course, before everybody went, like at the start of the offseason, whatever. Like, who did you want from the guys that were available?
Originally I wanted a offensive-minded coach. That's the wave of the league now. Like, if you notice who wins, offensive-minded coaches. If you look at the last Super Bowl winners, offensive-minded coaches. If you look at who's being the AFC championships, NFC championships, offensive-minded coaches. This is where the league is going to right now.
What about special teams coaches?
There's only one.
Chill out.
And he been on the bubble a couple times now, so
Hey.
he's just saved. He's getting saved. I go out after this year. His seat might be a little hot, but it's not up him right now. But yeah,
I'm sick.
but yeah, honestly, I mean, of course, Ben Johnson, Bobby from Texans. There, granted, he was a defensive-minded coach, but I just liked his style, and plus he has experience offensively too, which I thought was kind of a plus. McDonald, obviously. So those three guys are probably like really the main three guys I really wanted that were available. And of course, it just dwindled. They dwindled. I mean, because the reality is, we put all our eggs in the Ben Johnson basket, and it seemed all good. You know, even was in there, yeah, you know, Commanders is going to get Ben Johnson. You know, you're getting this coach, or whatever. I mean, granted, I believed in my dang on self, so hey, I brought the Kool-Aid. Then, you know, I was waiting for the Lions to lose. I wanted the Lions. Well, okay. I did kind of want to go to the Super Bowl, but I was waiting for the Lions to lose. So now we get our coach. So they lost. I'm like, all right, bet Monday, Tuesday. Let's get this ball rolling. Let's get our coach or whatever. I know we've been waiting, and then we fly over there to interview this man again for a second interview, and then we get a text message from his agent. What does his agent say? Oh, we good. That's pretty much what it said. Oh, we good. In my future voice. I'm good, love. So that was on red in the middle of the air, going to Detroit in the wintertime. That's disrespect. That's just disrespect. You can't get more disrespect.
Weren't you like one of the first teams to fire like Rivera too? Like you like
we waited till the end of the year.
But I'm saying like weren't you guys like early in the firing process though? Like
I mean, pretty much we should have really just fired this man honestly mid-season. There's really no reason to keep him the whole year. But it was pretty much like we like Ron Rivera because he's a good man, which he is. So instead of doing him dirty, we fire him. Like I wish we should have did in week 8. We covered the rest of the season. So pretty much the whole season was tanking, which I was with. I was with that. I'm glad we got the number 2 pick. I'm happy with that. But we didn't get the coach we wanted because he rather stayed. And partly I can't blame him. His team just went to the NFC Championship. They could have went to the Super Bowl. They choked. Maybe they had another chance. And then after that, it was just scramble mode. We tried to get Mike McDonald, and that didn't work because Seattle already has great defensive players, and they're young. Like, why would he come here? We ain't got.
Why wait?
You know what I'm saying? We don't have no good young, really defensive players like that outside of like Cameron Curl, and that's
he a free agent.
Who?
Isn't Curl a free agent?
Yes, he is. So we better sign him.
Yikes.
But it's not looking good. Actually, I mean, we got the money to sign him. We got the money.
You got the cap space.
I mean, my estimation, we'll probably sign him. So I'm not really super worried about that. But yeah, why would Mike McDonald come to Washington when they got all those good young defensive players, which most likely a lot of them probably make the Pro Bowl. Maybe make one might make an All Pro maybe next year because they got some good pieces over there. So
Shoot.
It makes sense.
Who knows? Dan Quinn might make Cam Curl a linebacker.
I love it, honestly. I think she loves it too.
He's an inbox safety anyway, so it wouldn't even surprise me. That's what he is. But anyways, yeah, stuck with stupid Dan Campbell, which part of me knew I had a feeling it was going to happen. I was never going to admit it in the group chat. Like I was just keeping hope alive. I didn't want to admit it at all. But the right was on the wall. He was like the third option for us to pick. Like he was in the mix. It wasn't like we didn't interview him at all. Like we interviewed this man multiple times in the midst of all this. So we stuck with him. Yeah, I hate it.
I love it. I love the hand on the face. I love it. Y'all gonna suck regardless, but it's just great. You know what I mean?
Like, let me ask you something. Like, what would you think if you guys got Chip Kelly?
No.
But then drafted Jayden Daniels.
I don't even want to listen to the rest of what you're about to say. No,
because he's like a better version of DTR.
I'm not gonna let you finish the rest of that stupid, ridiculous statement you questioning about. No,
DTR.
I promise you, we get Chip. I promise you, I wouldn't watch a single Washington game. I promise you that if we get Chip Kelly on the team,
I thought I was gonna get Clint Kubiak because like they mentioned him like a few times because they said like he was at San Francisco. Adam Peters is from San Francisco. He's a Shanahan guy.
This whole
is that Gary's brother or something?
His son.
His son?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's Gary's
Gary's
son.
old.
I know he's old.
So like now that he's gonna be going to the Saints like after the Super Bowl. So.
And then everyone's talking about the Shanahan tree, whatever. Like nothing. There's no proving of anything from the Shanahan tree, which.
Nah, but I seen on Twitter
that tree's legit. That Shanahan McVay tree, that's legit.
First of all, it's really a tree. That's not necessarily a tree. They were both in Washington, and he wasn't under he was a tight ends coach. So
I'm saying Shanahan McVay tree in general, that's a legit tree.
Commanders had McVay, they Mike McDaniel. Who else they had on that staff?
LaFleur as well.
Yeah. Had a couple more.
Yeah. We had all that there. All that offensive talent.
Co-promoted them.
Gone. Well, Kyle, he was never going to stay anyway because how Dan and his dad was. So I don't even blame him for that because they didn't get on good terms. So he wasn't never going to stay with us anyway. So I get that. But regardless of the fact, I wanted an offensive-minded coach. We stuck with Dan Quinn. It sucks. And now I don't know what they do with Eric Bieniemy. I don't know what happened. It's like he's not even an option at all anymore. Like after 1 year on a bad situation, which granted, don't get me wrong, he would the thing he did the most that was really suspect that I didn't like is we didn't run the ball enough. Like even when we were successful, like we were averaging 4.6 yards a carry, we didn't run the ball enough, especially when we got Sam Howell as our quarterback. He passed the ball way too much. Like he still had Mahomes. We don't have Mahomes. That'll probably be my main issue with him. But other than that, it was just like, look what he dealt with. Our defense was terrible. Del Rio got fired. Ron Rivera's pretty much out the way. He barely leading. So like it was a whole issue. Like it was. So I don't know why we're not bringing Eric Bieniemy back. It's stupid, to be honest, because there's no other better options who have a better resume out there. And I don't know. So right now, everyone's hyping Adam Peters. I'm not impressed at all at this moment with this guy. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
So would you say that they fumbled the process in Washington?
I wouldn't. I mean, I can't say they fumbled because how are they supposed to know that Ben Johnson was in the middle of a plane ride to Detroit? He's gonna say I'm good.
So basically, they fumbled the process because they put too many eggs in one basket.
If you look at that perspective, then maybe, but you can't say that's a fumble. A fumble would be okay, he was trying to be a Washington head coach, but we never interviewed him, and then he went somewhere else. And then later on had success, and we could have had him. That would be like a fumble, but we tried to get him. We put more of our eggs in his basket than everybody else, and he pulled it up. He left his own red. I mean, it is what it is. I can't say they fumbled that, but they probably fumbled as far as like how they dealt with everybody else, because maybe they should put more emphasis on other coaches as well. I would say they fumbled from that perspective, but not just with Ben Johnson. That's something you can't really predict. Like he left his own red in the middle, in the air. So. It is what it is. But yeah, this sucks. So the only way that's going to damper all this, unless we can get a quarterback somehow, that's probably the only way.
Would you have preferred Dan Quinn or Bill Belichick? Because you guys did, there was talk about Bill Belichick apparently. So who would you have preferred?
I pick option C.
Option C.
Yes. Can I pick an option C? Is there an option C here?
What's option C?
I don't know. I'm waiting for Shane to make one up because I don't like A and B right now.
Very rule.
Who?
Mike. Yeah.
Oh God.
These
are all the same type of dudes. Well,
all defensive guys.
These
all defensive guys.
Okay. So they all have pros and cons. Like it's bad because Dan Quinn, he's players like him, or whatever the case may be, they like him, but he's a good, outstanding defensive coordinator. We know that, but as a head coach, we see what he did without Kyle Shanahan. I mean, the truth, the reality is that's what happened. And then we already know Belichick's history. Arguably the GOAT coach. He is the GOAT coach, to be honest with you.
Yes, he is.
He is the GOAT coach. I'm tripping. But without Brady, he's looked pedestrian. He's a horrible GM. It's just what the fact of the matter is. Without Brady, he has looked very pedestrian. Outside of defensively, because defensively, New England still was really, really good. So defensively, of course, Belichick is the defense guy as well. But he has not looked good at all without Brady or anything like that. And that's not much his fault because they couldn't find a quarterback. But it's his fault they had Matt Patricia call offensive plays. So I'll just leave that at that. And then Mike Vrabel, I mean, apparently he has a bad reputation of not collaborating with the rest of management and stuff like that. So that's not a good look. Which is why he actually didn't get a job with most of the teams, because he has a reputation as not being easy to work with or collaborating, things like that, which is why the Titans pretty much let him go. And not to mention the last 3 years, the Titans has been.
They fucked him over.
AJ
Brown and some draft picks that they made.
Ugh. Yeah, the AJ Brown thing was stupid. I don't know why they. Yeah, but I mean, yeah. But. So to be honest, Shane, to answer your question, I honestly don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't enjoy either one of these hires. If I'm gonna be honest with you, I wouldn't.
But
I mean, maybe Belichick if he has zero GM power, like nothing. All he does is coach. Like whatever they give him, they coach it. And finding an OC, then outside probably maybe more with Belichick, maybe.
I will say, like, it sounds like you're gonna get Joe Witt as your DC, which that's really good for Emmanuel Forbes and your DBs in your secondary. So that's a plus.
I agree
You
with
just have
that.
to figure out like your OC because
Yes.
Joe
Yeah.
Witt is very respected around the league. Very respected.
I mean, to be honest, defensively, I'm not really worried. That's not the issue with me. I'm not really worried about the defense. I'm just worried about more like future tense offensively because it's an offensive league. I mean, the best defense in the league, they still not in the Super Bowl. Like that's the reality. No shade, DJ, but no shade. But I'm just saying, regardless, even if you have the best defense in the world, still, you know what I'm saying? Still, the Browns, they had also,
got better points.
the Browns also had a really good defense. Where they at?
All right, but in the Browns' defense, they had Joe Flacco.
The point is their defense was good enough to get them to the playoffs, but it's not enough to have a good defense.
The problem with the Browns is, and this is a problem with Dan Quinn too, is Jim Schwartz is a good defensive coordinator, but the problem is when you have those, we are what we are defensive coordinators, they're gonna run their scheme no matter what. They're not gonna adjust. So So like if your team, if they're getting run through, it's just how it's gonna be the rest of the day. There's no adjustments. Nothing. Pause. There's just, you're just gonna be getting it in the ass. Like
hey,
pause like the entire game.
She ain't got the drink.
Like if you can't play man coverage, too bad. You're just be playing man the entire game. Like if you can't stop the run and you're doing twists and stunts, you're just gonna keep doing it. Like if you can't do run fits, if you can't play zone, it's just gonna woo.
And I think the other issue too is with having a defensive like more minded coach. I think future tense too is the fact that let's just say, like for instance, with the Texans, right? Miko Ryan, he is a good coach, defensive minded, but he did hit with CJ, and he did hit with Bobby. Well, with Bobby being there as well. Which, if you have a franchise quarterback and a good offensive coordinator, bet you know what I'm saying. Now you can build a defense, but once your coordinator leaves, there's no guarantee that you'll get another good coordinator. You know what I mean? Like it's just like with an offensive minded coach, even though like your coordinator is going to leave, you're still going to be mimicking and dictating the plays anyway. Right. Like it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? So
technically they still a raise too.
So even if we did, let's say, get a good offensive coordinator for the next couple of years, he'll be there for what, 2 2 years, 3 years, whatever, and then they're gone. And then it's hard to find another one to have the same success. Like it's not.
The Bucks had their coordinator for 1 year.
With the Eagles, like how's the coordinators? The difference between the coordinators you had last year and this year, night and day.
Yikes!
Night and day. Like it matters. Like having a good coordinator that really does matter. You know what I'm saying? Your coordinator, he's doing 3rd and 10. He's doing screens. Like, stuff. Like the run game y'all had was totally different from the year before. Like it's just like the offensive coordinators. Just because you get another one in there doesn't mean you're going to have the same offense or the same success. And also defensive coordinator too. You know what I mean? But the offensive coordinator, that's where y'all really like struggled at. Now everyone's not getting along, and now they're talking about Jalen and what's the name? They fighting and all that. All the issues, all because the offensive scheme is totally different.
The job is trash. Like I told niggas, like, I'm not like a freaking football, as my man Stephen A would say, aficionado, but like I know shit's bad when I notice that like the offense is just like bad. Like I'm a basketball nigga, but I know some shit's going on. That shit was trash. So
I mean, it was evident. It's just one step.
I'm like, this is blatant, and it got really, really, really bad. Like I told you, when we was up 10, we were like 10-1. Like yo, we're winning in spite of this motherfucker, but. Yeah. Because we got the talent. We just need a competent offensive coordinator because we have enough talent, bro. That's all we really need. So I'm cool. I'm cool with Kellen Moore. You know what I mean? I'm not like over the moon, but he's competent.
He's definitely not as bad as what y'all had.
He's better. He is.
Yeah, you can't get any worse than what we just had, bro. No disrespect to my guy Brian Johnson, but that shit was trash.
Yeah, ain't no disrespect. It's a fact.
Yeah, that was not a good job at all, my guy. That was not a good job at all.
Too much talent.
Baker Mayfield like that.
You have Swift, you have Goddard, you have 2 number 1 wide receivers, you have a all-pro quarterback. Like, it's no excuse.
Yeah, why on 3rd and 10 we're throwing a screen, but 3rd and 1 we want to throw a 50-yard bomb? What are we doing? Like, where's the in between? We got to do something, bro.
I had no answers for the blitz. Done.
Yeah, like, what are we doing? That was so embarrassing as a fan. I'm like, yo, this is embarrassing. Like, this is bad.
Like, they went over 0 all game and just blitz.
Bro,
literally all game.
That was like,
I just don't get how you're like, okay.
Why do we have 2 receivers running to the same exact area on the play? What is going on?
Well, I'm not even an offensive expert, but it's just common sense that they cover 0 the whole game and pick it. Come on, bro.
It was, bro. I could have picked plays on Madden better than that.
They got to play man to man on the back. It's just,
it was crazy.
But man, it's just, this is a bad week for DC football.
Hey man, it's an amazing week for haters.
We up. I love it.
We up. Ravens lost. Commanders hiring BS. I mean, so we up right now. Okay.
At least the one, but the Ravens defense is going to be way different now.
It's not going to be way different.
Way different. I mean, the Ravens always going. They always going to keep. It's going to be the same. Right? They're always going to have a stout.
What's that for?
What McDonald did. And not to mention, you got some free agents, right? Some people got to get paid. Not everyone's probably going to still be there.
Half of our defense was filled with the free agents. We're just going to do the same thing we did last year. Just pick up randoms.
Oh, okay.
Now, are they going to do as good as they did this year? Probably not. This was crazy.
That sounds good. I mean, I remember when the Eagles had 70 sacks last year and all that stuff.
But I'm saying, like, since we've been, I'm not. Fuck the Ravens. I ain't gonna speak too much on the Ravens. I was gonna big up them for a little bit, but nah, I ain't
no, our defense is usually always like that. It doesn't matter.
Always gonna have a. I mean, y'all. That's just what y'all know.
That's what I'm saying. I was gonna say, like, since they've been around, like, they've always had a defense.
I'm not gonna say y'all going to like rank 30th or whatever, but I'm saying it's not.
We're worried about having a special teams coach as a head coach. That's what I'm worried about.
No, y'all loved them for the last 15 years. No, don't say that now.
Who loved them for the past 15 years?
Oh, so you never loved Harbaugh? You never said that's my coach ever in your life. Like, oh, that's my coach.
You got a Harbaugh T-shirt.
Come on, man. That's not
crazy.
Not cat. You love that man because y'all coming up short. Pause. And a lot of these games now it's an issue.
Yeah, because we have a all-pro quarterback. We have a historic defense, and we couldn't get it done. We couldn't run more. We could have run more than 6 times.
So I know Harbaugh. I get it, he's the head coach. He's going to take all the blame because he is, and he should. But we're not going to hype. What the whole Todd Monken hype train? Remember how great he was all year long?
Oh no. Well, if you watch the pod that we did Wednesday, you would know that we got on everybody's case that was with the offense. It doesn't matter. It was a Monken's fault. It was the head coach's fault. It was his receiver's fault, like Zay Flowers just choking up.
Todd Monken, all year I've been hearing he was like an old Big Vay. Like he was McVay, like older. That's all. That's what I've been hearing. That's what Raven fans are saying all year. That's why I've been hearing. I heard you, Kyle Shanahan had the AFC. That's what I've been hearing all year.
I ain't never heard that. I ain't never heard that before. That's crazy.
That's what I've been hearing all year. Oh, he's a guru.
No, I already knew that our offense wasn't like that. It was more because of Lamar, if anything, because our running game wasn't that good. Like, we're running with Gus Edwards and Justice Hill.
It's funny. Within the last 5 years, the best offense y'all had statistically, Lamar's best season was under who?
Greg Roman. And he's with the Chargers now. He's with the Chargers. Hey, Justin Herbert better get used to running options.
He can run. He can run.
He's going to have about 20 touchdowns, 3,000 yards passing, 700 yards rushing with Greg Roman.
And they're going to be 12-5.
They'll probably be 12-5 doing it that way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it works until you get to the postseason.
They're going to end up getting, what's his face? They're going to end up getting the running back from Michigan, Corum. End up getting Blake Corum.
That's Harbaugh's guy.
He's slow. He's slow.
Doesn't matter because
slow.
I mean, would you rather have a younger him or would you rather have Eckler, who was like it was a down year for him too?
That's somebody else. That's
so,
my. That's
he's gonna get his guy Blake Corum. He's gonna, his defense is gonna be good. All Harbaugh's defenses has always been good, even back to his San Francisco days in the NFL. They were good.
So let me ask you this: was he the best running back in the league in college last year?
Who? Blake?
Yes.
No.
Okay. Thank you.
But I'm not saying that's Harbaugh's guy. It was like he wasn't nice. I'm just saying that I would take other backs over him.
There's a lot of other backs you would take over him.
Not a lot.
I'm not gonna say it was like 40 or something. I'm not gonna say, I ain't gonna disrespect him like that. Blake can play, but he's definitely not the best. And Harbaugh, I don't care I don't care if he's a guy or not. If you have a chance to get somebody better, you better get it. Not to mention Blake, he about to be in his prime in like 2 years anyway. He old anyway. What you mean? He already about to hit his running back prime and he just getting drafted in the league.
Shout out to Melvin.
How old is he? Like 24? 23?
Maybe 23, maybe.
23 year-old running back. That boy already almost going to be to his prime already. Getting drafted. So he only got 2-3 good years out of him, if that. Good luck.
He's gonna be 24 this year.
Old! That man been in college for like 20 years. It wasn't even the best. I'm over it. Next time.
Nah, but he's going to have Greg Roman too. They're going to get 1,000 yards. You're going to get 1,000. About 7 touchdowns.
Sure, you might go get hurt. I mean, I don't want to wish that on. I ain't trying to wish that on nobody, but like, look, he old, man. He already peaked. He's peaked.
I love them hiring. I love them hiring Harbaugh. Shout out to Herbert. I think it's really good for my guy. So big things.
Now the pressure really on for Herbert too.
Yeah, that
Herbert's gonna win MVP this year. Nah, I'm joking. Because Jalen Hurts.
I was say Herbert has never been like
Jalen Hurts is gonna win MVP, but Herbert's gonna win MVP in 2 years. But Shane, what other hires you like, or what other I know there were some other coaching hires and coordinators that went different places that you want to spotlight, or some things that you
Raiders.
No Raiders fan even says it like that.
right.
I don't think there's a single Raiders fan that calls the Raiders like that. I don't think.
Look at Shane face.
Yo, sick.
I like the Raiders hire. I like AP deserved to get the job. I really thought like the hire of Brian Callahan in Tennessee that's underrated.
Mm-hmm.
He was an OC in Cincinnati with Joe Burrow, and he brought his dad now, Bill Callahan, who's like pretty much the best offensive line coach in the league. Like he's bringing him to Tennessee. He's starting to build a very solid staff there. So I think like he's going to fix the Tennessee O-line, and who knows, T. Higgins might actually go there in free agency because you can't trust Treylon Burks and Nick Westbrook-Akine.
Yeah,
those guys at wide receiver.
Yikes!
I'm not one to hype mid.
Are they going to pay him though?
They got the money.
I mean, I know they also had the money to pay Brown, but they didn't do it.
Different regime.
They should have learned.
That was a different regime.
I mean, you're right. No,
they should have learned too.
Different coaching, so that's true. That they could definitely fix that. Okay.
I mean, I do like Mike McDonald, like in Seattle, because who knows what he's going to do with Witherspoon? Like, I don't know what he's going to do with him. Like, I don't know how many blitz packages he's going to use with him. He's going to be all over the place.
Shout out losing. Shout out
great name, by the way. Great name.
Good job. Shout out him leaving Baltimore.
Hey man,
y'all want to keep or not upgrade him to the head coaching spot?
Harbaugh has bought himself another year or two going to the conference championship.
That's what I'm saying. Like Lamar really saved this man's job. Like,
all right,
can't go 8-1 or something like that. Like,
what y'all did again this year and see if he's gonna save it then?
He's gonna get saved. Like, they love him.
Hey, enough of that. Hey, Shane, you said the guy was building his staff out pretty nice. Who's on his staff?
Let me pull up again. No,
Shane.
What?
Okay.
You just got to tell the people. You just got to tell the people, because the people, by people I mean me, because I don't know who the hell's on their staff. You know what I mean? So I'm not really paying attention to what they got going on in Tennessee. Then I got another question for you about Vrabel, but I'm gonna let you cook a little.
Vrabel, ew.
So you said Vrabel?
I said Vrabel, ew.
No, you said he got screwed earlier. Now it's ew.
Yeah,
I just said ew because I'm a little buzzed right now. So
I say yeah. I say you can't do that, Shane.
That cat. You salute that cat.
Well, let me know who's on this staff. Let me know what's going on, and if we can get into some other stuff. But yeah, they was about to.
Ain't this like the biggest year for like head coaching opportunities too? Like 7 available teams this year. Like that's
a lot.
That was a lot of mid this year. A lot of mid this year.
That's almost a fourth of the league, to be honest, available.
Yeah.
Shane up next.
Who, me?
Should have been 8.
Linebacker scout.
Shoot, Vaughn Sirianni might be next.
Yeah. Hey, we all on the hot seat. Shane, me, Vaughn, we all on the hot seat.
Right man, it is what it is. If you gotta go, you gotta go.
It's getting real out
here. Real.
You gotta go.
People don't got patience no more. Like if you had any type of success, especially if you go all the way to the Super Bowl, yo, you don't get close to that.
Yeah, you can go to the Super Bowl and then be on the hot seat the year after that. Like he was ruthless.
Yeah.
Like he could have got fired. Like he could have got fired this year. It would have been crazy.
It's like they were really like contemplating. Not really super like heavily contemplating, but they thought about it.
Yeah, I heard some rumblings. I'm like, oh, this is crazy.
Oh, that's sweet. Okay, yeah. So you got Nick Holtz. He was the pass game coordinator for the Jags. Tyke Tolbert from the Bears, and they got
Tyke Tolbert.
Yeah, he was.
What coach was he?
He was the Bears.
Like or the position coach.
Yeah, position coach, wide receiver, and then of course Bill Callahan's. That's to me, Bill getting his father. I think to me that's for a team to be good offensively. It starts in the trenches. So to get the best offensive line coach, I miss Bill Callahan. My O-line it's been okay. My O-line has not been the same since Bill Callahan left.
I mean,
your O-line hasn't been the same since Bill Callahan left.
I mean, yeah.
Our
line was horrible. We don't even have the personnel for any coach.
He made y'all line nice though that one year.
I mean, but we actually had better linemen than what we do now.
I know, but still.
No, but he is the best offensive line coach.
Yeah.
So, even if you have a decent okay line, like he'll get the best out of your line. He's definitely like widely known for that. So that's very true.
Yeah, I forgot about Raheem too. Raheem Morris and the Falcons, and him getting Zach Robinson.
I think that was probably the best pickup for him too. Like him getting them as OC. I think that would be great.
I'm not going to hype up the Falcons.
If they're really going to make,
they needed somebody like that, like a McVay type guy in there to actually be able to use their targets.
Yeah, and really to get the run game going, RPO. Not RPO. I mean, well, actually, he can run a little bit. A little. He can do a little play action. Because they do got a lot of young offensive weapons on the Falcons. I mean, I'm not going to say too much about it because, Ben trying to gas it. They also got the best running back 3 in the league as well. So don't forget that, y'all. He has the best third-string running back in all of football.
I mean,
most of the league.
I mean, those Higbee screens that they was running, Gerald Everett screens with the Rams, those be Kyle Pitts screens in Atlanta.
Yes.
You get those running back screens with Bijan Robinson, a bunch of motion. You're going to be seeing people running butt booty naked.
I mean, I think he'll probably get like Kyle Pitts will get like probably like 1,200 yards if they do it right. If they use them right.
They're not going to do it right.
They could be a real frisky 8 and 9.
I mean, was that
quarterback, man? Like,
I mean, yeah,
it's the Falcons. I'm never going to hype up the Falcons. Never.
I mean, in their pick 13, they won too many games, so now they're not going to be able to.
Yeah, they get Ritter, or they get Penix.
Maybe. I wouldn't waste a first round pick on him, knowing that You know what I mean? Like if you can get him in maybe the second round, maybe.
And he like 30, and he doesn't have the best medical.
Yes.
You might not like this name, but they could wait a little bit later, and they could get Spencer Rattler. I do something like that.
I don't watch college, so I mean, but Ivan's reaction is everything. But I'm not.
No, I see Spencer Rattler on Madden. That's it.
Like Spencer Rattler, I think, and he's doing well at the Senior Bowl too. He's doing well at the Senior Bowl. I think he was. No, I'm saying he was better at South Carolina than what he was at Oklahoma. He definitely was better. Definitely was. I think he can throw the ball a lot better than what people think he can. I think if he's in a solid system, kind of like that one, I think he'll be just fine. But that's just me.
Personally. I can dig it.
Yes, that is just you.
I can dig it.
I mean, not everybody is going to beat out Caleb Williams. Like,
okay,
even though his play was sucking, his play was sucking. But yeah, not everybody's going to beat out Caleb Williams.
I ain't mad at it.
There's other quarterbacks I'm taking over Rattler.
I said the later rounds.
I said meet Spencer Rattler. I'm saying if you want to meet later on, because if you want a quarterback in the first round, and like TJ said, they're picking like 12. Like,
yeah.
Do you want JJ McCarthy? Do you want Bo Nix? I'd rather wait, get somebody like a Spencer Rattler, because you definitely don't want Joe Milton. No offense to Joe Milton, he does have an arm, but he just has no accuracy.
Do you think who you like better between Bo Nix and Rattler?
And Rattler?
Yes.
I actually like not Bo Nix, but I actually like Rattler.
I can dig it.
I feel like my problem. I mean, I feel like Bo Nix, and this is the problem with Oregon quarterbacks, is that the way that they run those systems there, people are running wide ass open and stuff. There's I said it. Wide ass open, pause.
Butterball.
Really like, I don't know. I don't really see a structure like the system at Oregon. I don't know. And like at Senior Bowl this week, it hasn't been well with Bo Nix, and he's been underthrowing passes and stuff, accuracy issues. Like
he's
and he's like, he's gonna be like 25 or something, 24. Like,
how old is Rattler? Is he like 22, 23?
He's probably 22. I go with the younger guy.
Okay, in that case, yeah, for sure, go with the younger player. In that case, trash.
He's 23.
So how do you think?
Old? What the fuck?
He's 23.
He's 23.
Okay, he's been in college for a little minute. Actually, so a head coach in who the heck is that?
Let me see. You are right. What are we right about? What is who right about?
Who's right?
They're actually both the same age. What the fuck? They're both old.
Well, there we go. So
I would say Rattler. I think he's more polished as a passer. That's just
how do you think the Gerard Mayo Patriots head coaching pick? How do you like that?
I mean, who'd they hire for their OC? Was it
OC?
OC was it Alex Van Pelter? Who was it?
I don't even remember, to be honest with you.
I don't remember. I don't even know who the Patriots guy's head coach.
See, so the fact we don't remember raises a flag.
It's not like memorable.
It's not. And they hired him pretty quick.
Yeah, like that was probably like in-house.
No, it's Alex Van Pelt. He's the OC. He came from Cleveland. He was Cleveland's offensive coordinator who they fired.
Cleveland.
Well, that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, he was the OC, but Stefanski called the plays.
As he should. As he should.
So he got a head coaching job off of doing nothing.
But that's what a lot of these guys do. I mean, a lot of OCs, like, they help install the system.
Yeah.
And they help, like, coordinate throughout the week, like, putting in the system, the plays and stuff, but it's actually the head coach calling the plays. Like none of those guys, like Mike McDaniel, Kevin O'Connell, Zach Taylor, those guys didn't call plays and with the Rams and with the 49ers. It was McVay and Kyle Shanahan. Those guys were calling plays.
Well, it also depends on who your head coach is too. Like if you have like an offensive drug goat like Andy Reid,
right?
Like McVay or Kyle, you're not. No, you're not.
Yeah,
majority of the offensive head coaches, they're calling the plays.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Oh yeah. That makes sense. Yeah.
Because like, and said this before, Vaughn. If you're the head coach and you're an offensive guy and you're not calling the plays, what good are you besides rah rah? Yeah, woo, go team, go.
That is part of the job.
That's what you're there for.
I agree.
That is part of his job. He's supposed to do both.
But that's it. I can get somebody to go and call plays, get my team pumped up, hyped. Same time, so then not worry about losing an OC to go somewhere else, calling plays, and then you got the problem with Nick Sirianni now because he started out calling the plays, and he's like, no, I suck at calling plays. So then Shane Steichen calls the plays. Shane Steichen goes. What's the guy's name? Brian Johnson comes in. He sucks.
He was trying.
Back at square one, and then they go find Kellen Moore.
I mean, it's almost like, at the end of the day, if you're an offensive-minded guy, regardless of this OC's coming in, you're going to want your offense on your team that you're running to look a certain way, to be ran a certain way, and things like that. So at the end of the day, you definitely go, even for defensively. I'm sure there's maybe certain other cases, but for the most cases, I want the defense to look like this. Or
if my offense is sucking and my team is bad, and I'm on the hot seat, I want to be the one calling plays.
Yeah.
Go out my way and not have somebody else control my destiny.
Right. If I get fired, I'm getting fired because of me.
Right. I'm gonna get fired calling plays. No.
I ain't going down because you don't want to call it. Look, I'm getting fired. Hey, I'm getting fired. At least
right.
I do it. So
I'll give them a reason to fire me.
In fact, you don't be yeah. That definitely makes sense, though. But I guess we'll see with this offensive saga and with the draft. So the draft, I think, is going to be very interesting this year. Very interesting this year. Who do y'all want y'all teams to get? But then remember, we can say that for another segment. We got time to talk about that. Let's talk some NBA All-Star.
Shout out Paolo Banchero.
Shout out my guy Maxey. Well, I told Ivan was going to be a star, and Ivan will watch one game when he have an off game. Like, Maxey.
He's a star, a 3-star.
And he had 51 for that ass last night, too.
Congrats. It's even scoring 50 points even that big of a deal anymore in today's league. It's okay, score 50.
51 is 51, is all I'm saying.
Everyone's scoring 51 these days.
Yeah, 51 is the new 25 right now.
It's almost 30 points at this point, scoring 50.
They just scored 70 last week, 2 times.
And now you don't even got superstar. You even got some random guys even going down the score line. Who are you, sir? Why are you ready to go? I guess defense will never exist in this league again. It just is what it is. Granted, Maxey is not a bum. Okay, he's not a bum or anything like that. I will admit that. Vaughn just be gassing him, though.
Whoa, I don't gas him. I just told you a couple of years ago he was going to be a star. And
is he
yes, he's a star.
Is he a star? Do you consider? When you think of an NBA star, do you think of Maxey? Yes or no?
He's not a superstar, but he's a star.
Okay, so a 5-star being a superstar and 1-star just being a 1-star, where does Maxey fit on that scale?
So if Jokic is a 5-star, what is Maxey?
Yes.
3.5.
It's 3.5.
Yeah.
So who's on the third tier? Let's talk about that. What's the third tier? Third tier star like?
We got guys
that's Halliburton, Maxey.
Halliburton is not a 3 this year. No, he ain't. He's a 4. He's definitely a 4.
He's like a 3.5, 4. He's in there somewhere.
Ooh, Maxey.
No, Halliburton. He's like a 4 or 3.5, 4-ish.
I would say he's a 4 this
year.
So
I said Maxey would have to be 3.5. Halliburton's like a 3.5, 4.
Okay, so who else is on the 3 tier?
I'm saying Maxey's averaging more points per game than.
Okay, Maxey's also.
But it's Halliburton averages more assists, but I mean,
because Halliburton is the guy on this team. If he doesn't play well, they don't win.
Yeah, Halliburton's better, but I don't think he's like way better. I don't think he's like way better.
Right.
Okay.
And Maxey has to keep the team afloat now too, because like Embiid's out and hella people are out too now.
And let's see how he does. Then we'll see.
Last night, and he put 51.
Okay, he gonna do it every night.
I mean, every night. I mean, you don't win every game. Every night.
Okay, so who else is a 3? Who you put in the 3-star tier? What about okay, so Ant-Man, where do you put him at?
4.
Same. I'm not putting him at a 4 yet. I'm still putting him like 3.5, 4. Same range.
Okay, who else?
Because there's still some nights where he just doesn't really take the game over. He's still
Brunson.
3.5, 4.
What? Brunson's 3.5, 4 this year?
They're still on the same.
You think he's 3.5, 4?
I think Brunson's a 4.
I think Brunson might be a solid 4 this year.
What was he want to play at one playoff series?
I'm talking about just for like how he's playing right now. I'm not basing it like off of body of work, but just right now.
3.5, 4.
Okay.
I feel like he's underrated.
You know what I mean?
He's underrated. I would say that.
I like Brunson. I like Brunson a lot. I really, really like Brunson.
Hey, okay, let's see who else then.
Orange and blue skies. Shout out Stephen A. Smith.
De'Aaron Fox.
Because so let me ask you this: what do you consider Tatum? Is Tatum a 5, or is Tatum like a 4, 4.5?
4.5.
You feel me? Because if Jokic is a 5, Tatum's not a 5. He's like a 4.5, 4. So Brunson has to be like a 3.5, 4. If Tatum's a 4, 4.5, like 4.5, you know what I mean?
If we think of a 5, is it only
like Jokic, Giannis,
Embiid,
like Embiid, like those are 5s.
Like Luka's 5.
Luka's a 5. I'm biased. So I'm gonna say Kevin Durant's a 5, but I'll even accept 4.5.
He's definitely a 5. He's a 5.
You know what I mean, like those are 5s, and then Shea's a 5. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's a 5.
Shai's a 5.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's a 5. All NBA first team last year, possibly MVP this year. 1 seed in the West. He's a 5.
5 is like big brand superstar. And you think
do you want to make
he played for OKC if he was playing he's working for Boston?
Bro, Shai is low key. Shai's low key a top 5 player right now, bro.
Yeah.
Oh no. I get that, but I'm talking about when you think of like a superstar.
Yes, that is Shai. Yes.
Okay.
That is Shai.
Okay.
He was first team last year. He's gonna win MVP this year, like I told y'all last year. Shai is yeah.
So in that case, then Tatum should be up there. Tatum was first team.
Give me Shai over Tatum.
I mean, sure.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like Tatum's like 4.5, 5.
Yeah, because if you're looking at just based off of that, then Tatum technically should be in the base. If you make it a first team, then he did that more than once too, right?
I don't know how many times Jason Tatum has made first team.
You know what I'm saying? So if he made more than first team more than once, then you could arguably say he's definitely 5.
But like Tatum also has like a mob around him, so he doesn't have to bring it every single night. He brings it most nights, but he doesn't have to bring it every single night. Shai is literally getting like 30. So I don't know his numbers, but he's literally cooking. And then when he goes head to head against like the best guys in the league, he's winning those matchups, or he's, I'm at you. You know what I mean, so
that's right. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
So what's AD? Is he like a 4?
AD? Nah, AD's a 4.5.
4.5.
Yeah, because he's been hooping this year too.
Yeah,
he's been hooping. He's like 4.5 for sure.
If AD's just one of those players, he should be a 5. That's the thing about AD. He should be a 5, but he has his injury stuff, and then he has his stuff where he just be lazy, act like he don't want times, but AD literally should be a 5.
Yeah, peak AD is a 5.
He should be a 5. Like, for sure.
So I have a question. I don't want to do the whole snub thing. He should have made it, blah, 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 blah. But the one thing that did stand out to me is Karl-Anthony Towns made the All-Star team over Sabonis. Do y'all think that he should have made it over Sabonis? I don't have the numbers over my head, but I know Sabonis is like low-key flirt with a triple-double.
I think Sabonis is like 19, 13, and 8, something like that.
Like he's And then Cat's probably like 23. Like he's probably 23 and 8. I mean, granted, the Wolves are like a top 2 seed, but I don't know if we should have got that over.
I think they took over 1 last night. To be honest,
I think that probably has a lot to do with why he was higher because Sacramento's not really Sacramento from last year, and the Timberwolves surprisingly are like one of the best teams. So maybe that has a lot to do with it as well. I mean, to be honest, I'm not mad at it. Like, I'm not gonna be like, oh my gosh, Sabonis was. I mean, it doesn't. You know what I mean? It's like I don't care about that. You know what's actually crazy though? And granted, I get it for a good reason, but it's like Trae Young. If you look at his numbers is up there with like the best in the league.
Yeah, his numbers are crazy.
You dropping 28 and 7, 27, 9 and 10, 28 and 10. They're like literally.
It's just
he got into the league. It's just outside of that 1 year where they make the Eastern
the conference finals, yeah.
Yeah, except for that 1 year, like every other year, his team was trash. And then he also has that bad reputation, which I don't know. I mean, of getting cheap fouls and stuff like that. So a lot of people hate him for that.
Yeah, the coach is not rock with him because the fans are not going to vote him in. Like he's not going to get voted in over what Dame got the starting nod and what Halliburton. So he's not going to start over them, and the coaches aren't going to vote Trae Young because they don't like the way he plays and he gets bad rap. But it's kind of hard because the guards in the East are kind of stout nowadays. Like y'all said earlier, you got the two I named, then you got Brunson, Donovan Mitchell, and my guy Maxey. So it's kind of hard. I mean, I could see him getting it over Maxey, but I wouldn't put him in over Maxey because I love Maxey. So I'm a little bit biased. But yeah, De'Aaron Fox and Sabonis both got left off, so it's kind of crazy they had no Kings on the All-Star team. They're both kind of hooping. I feel like De'Aaron Fox might be even better, a little bit hooping better than he was last year. But
I mean, De'Aaron Fox has been definitely solid. It's just he's known, but he's just not like a big. And he plays in Sacramento. Yeah. You know, that's always going to be there. He also plays in Sacramento. So
biggest snub, obviously, is Wemby. Wemby should be starting in the All-Star game over Jokic. So
we're not even listening to you.
Right.
He should be starting. So I don't know what's going on here.
Rookie Braun didn't even make it.
No. I had a feeling he could. I mean, I thought he might have made it, but no, it's okay. He'll be all defense this year. Better be.
You think so?
No.
Yeah,
he's bleed. Yeah, he's when I don't know. I know they just don't go off like steals and blocks. But when Rudy Gobert won MVP a couple years ago, like Wemby stats are like equivalent to what they were right now. Wemby still has more season. I mean, more NBA games to play, and he's on a minute. He was on a minutes restriction, which is crazy. He began like 6 blocks in like 28 minutes. Like he's out here wild.
Think he's a solid rim protector?
He's a very good rim protector. Like an elite rim protector. If you get 6 blocks in 28 minutes, that's crazy. Like he'd be out here. Yeah. He's an elite rim protector.
I think eventually
he's still gonna get like cooked by the Embiid to get bullied, but he's out here, he's changing shots and making people think twice, and he's sending a lot of shots. Like
I think eventually I could see him maybe win like a defensive player of the year. If we're basing it off of that, because Rudy he won something just because he just did that. He just
defensive player of the year. He's gonna win defensive player of the year next year.
In his second year?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Dang, his second year, that'll be crazy.
Yeah, because I mean he's an elite defender. He's an elite defender, I think, right now. So put a little bit more weight on. The next year, the Spurs just can't be ass. You can't be defensive player of the year when y'all are ass. So get a little bit better, make some moves in the offseason. Yeah, DPOY for Wemby.
I wonder what the plans will be with Wemby moving forward. Like, are they gonna keep him at the 5-ish? Are they gonna put him like between 4 and 5? Are they gonna have him out in the perimeter? Are they gonna
probably keep him at the 5? He's better at the 5. Since he started playing the 5, his numbers started going up. There's no reason for you not, like, you're fucking 7 foot 1,000. There's no reason for you not to play the 5. Like,
I think
why are we having you play with Zach Collins? Like, what is going on? Like, no. I mean, don't disrespect Zach Collins. Zach Collins is a good NBA player, but like, no, when we play the 5, my boy.
Yeah,
but that's what Pop does, you know. He like has his 7-footers.
Yeah.
Like Tiago splitters.
Like with Tim Duncan, yes, exactly.
So yeah, I think so too. And plus, not to mention, when it comes to 5s, there's not that many good 5s anyway in the league like that. Anyway, there's only 2.
Wemby and Jokic.
Yeah, that's literally it. Well, as far as like, if you could, we consider elite, like actually good big men. The rest are just good
too.
Yeah. So.
Shaq said Mo Bamba.
Shaq says a lot of things.
Yeah, Shaq be wilding.
Yeah, Shaq.
Sometimes what he says be on point. A lot of times I just think he just wants to say stuff just to say it.
You know, they was hyping up Bol at first.
Yeah, talking about he niggas wouldn't be like this because every tall, skinny motherfucker ain't the same. If Bol was, I mean, understand, like Bol was that, he'd have been doing that by now.
Didn't they say he also had like work ethic?
Yeah, they say his work ethic sucks. So he's not like if your work ethic sucks, that's a part of it. So you're not Wemby.
People be saying that he is basketball altogether.
You can say whatever you want. I really be this, but I don't work hard. Then you're not that. Like,
yeah. And honestly, that's what separates you from being an average
exactly
to being one of the best. And the work ethic matters. Like
I'm Kobe, but I just don't work hard. Like, what does that mean? Like, you're not Kobe.
You're not Kobe. Yeah.
Like, if you're somebody but you don't do this, which is a big part of it, then you're not that.
Yeah. I'm like LeBron, but I just don't take care of my body like he does. Okay.
Yeah, like
you're not LeBron then.
You're like, what?
There's a reason why he is LeBron. And he's as good as he was in year 21. Like, yeah.
They got the same build. I think it's just both long, pause, but I think it's not the same.
Yeah. There's all there is to
it.
Yeah. I was about to mention one last thing too. I can't remember. Yeah, I can't remember. Yeah, I can't remember.
What you think about Shane? You got anything else for us? You got your hand on your chin. What are you pondering?
Nobody here is on my chin.
Nothing. Just glad my guy Paolo made it.
Hey man, shout out to Paolo. Shout out to Shane. Shane's a seasonal Magic fan.
Yeah, this is the longest I've ever seen him stay with the Magic until it gets quiet. So good job, Shane. Good job, Shane.
Boy, I appreciate it.
Good job.
I appreciate it because you guys are actually for once better than the Lakers record wise right now. So yeah, he's not being a Lakers fan. So I appreciate that, Shane. But yeah, that's all I got. That's all I got. Make sure y'all subscribe to our YouTube channel, our Twitch, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, IC Color.
You said Instagram, right?
Yeah, Instagram, all that good stuff. All right, man. I'll catch y'all.
Yes, sir.
Oh, man. Peace.
No, man.